Good morning, movement mavens who are members of Seeing the Whole Singer and others who are watching this. You'll have to excuse my voice. I've had a doozy of a week here. I had strep followed by a cold, and I'm still recovering a little bit. I wanted to come in today to talk to you about this idea of movement as medicine. I think it's a very common approach to how we view movement, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Very often we come to movement when we are hurting, that our body is experiencing pain, and we go to a doctor, we get a diagnosis, and we're sent to physical therapy, and we learn how to do some movements to help our body feel better. And we experience less pain when we do that and better function. But it doesn't get us out of the cycle of ending up back in pain again. So I find that movement as medicine, I don't dislike it, but I feel like it doesn't give us the broadest picture that we really need to help our bodies function the best. So what I like to think of is the idea of movement as nutrition. That we know that whether we do it or not, I'm right there with you with not always doing it. We know that if we eat food that's good for us, brightly colored vegetables, high quality proteins, high quality fats, that we're going to nourish our bodies well. And that nourishment is going to pay off in the form of better health. Not rocket science. Whether we do that or not is another question. So if we apply that same thinking to movement, when we give our bodies varied inputs in terms of, one, just start moving, and two, move more frequently and do the movements better, meaning we're going to pay a little bit more attention to how we're moving to reap the benefits, that we're nourishing our body, we're nourishing our joints, we're going to develop capillary beds that bring better oxygenation, better blood flow into those areas of our body. And the movement then becomes nutritious in the sense that we're not waiting until we hurt to do the movement to feel better. We're simply moving because it's going to nourish our body and keep us from getting hurt, from being in pain, any of those things. So I just like expanding from movement as medicine to movement as nutrition. And I want to ask you and challenge you all to think about how it is that today, tomorrow, over the weekend, how can you move in a way that's going to nourish your body? And I'd love to have you share in the comments what you do. I just spent an hour working with a client on doing some footwork. And so for me, I don't have foot pain, but that footwork that I did is nourishment for my body to protect me against having foot pain. And I'll probably do some other stuff later in the day, either for my core or my shoulders, just sort of movements that I know. And the other movement that I use as nourishment for myself is walking. I love to go to the gym and I lift weights and I do varied movements there. And those are a form of nourishment for me. My glasses always bug me. I feel like my head is asymmetrical, so they're like totally tilted. Those movements are other inputs for me, but if I don't have time to get there, I like to know that there's still stuff that I can just do at home, or I can go outside and walk and get benefits of nourishment for my body. So tell me how you are going to move that will nourish your body so that you don't wait until you need movement as medicine. Okay, have a great rest of your day. I've got exciting thoughts for April that I will be announcing as we get a little bit closer to the end of March. It will include a new video series that will both be in the library, but eventually will be available for purchase individually. And I'm going to start to have some themes to my month of body parts that we're looking at. So if you're interested in doing some movement as nourishment, you'll be able to target those body parts and kind of follow along with me as we do them. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you all later.